Okay, technical difficulties. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and see me now. Um, yeah, yeah. Tried to get creative, and I don't know if you guys can hear me now. Maybe. Let's see if I can see this. Yeah. Okay. Good. Um, yeah. So I was just talking to myself there for about almost 10 minutes. Um, Apparently, I created the event in YouTube and then tried to link EV Mux, and that failed. So, thanks for coming over onto this one. Learn something new every day. I guess that feature doesn't work, or I didn't do it right. Probably more likely I didn't do it right. But yeah, what I was saying to myself when I was talking to myself was that I'm hoping to do SlotSync Sundays going forward. But this past week, I spent most of the day racing with a new buddy, a relatively new friend, and met a bunch of new guys, and raced for 4 or 5 hours off and on. So yeah, it was good, but I was whooped and tired of slot cars by the time I got home. So I did not do a Sunday slot sync Sunday this past week. Of course, the first one I planned to doing. Yeah, I canceled. I didn't do. So that's how it goes. That's how life goes. But we're here tonight. I had the night off. Um, no kids sports events, no kids church stuff, no work stuff, no anything else. So yeah, staff meeting. I like that. Yeah, I have many of those, unfortunately. Talking to myself all day long in this house. But yeah, so as I was saying too, I have entered a fair amount of my entries for this week already. Let's switch over and take a look. So Carrera 132, I've already done Formula One, a Group 5, Modern GT, and I haven't done NASCAR yet because NASCAR is like the bane of my existence. So, um, the VW Bug. There's the VW Bug. That's the one that Joe got me via Austria from Nico. So that one's been around the world, but it is here. So yeah, sorry, Greg, I had some technical difficulties. But yeah, so I haven't run NASCAR yet. I've got, yeah, I'll show it to you in a minute. But I'm showing here. I haven't run NASCAR yet, so I've got 2 NASCARs that I'm running. I'll show you those here in a minute, and then that's all 132 on 124s with magnets. I don't think I've run any of them yet this week. Yep, none. So I'll have to do the Group 5 and the Modern GT. So yeah, that's that. I'll show you which ones I'm running. This is the NASCAR that I have been running in all the events lately. It's that purple Ally. It's the first one I trued up tires, and anyway, kind of got a little screwy on that one, so it's not super great. And so I decided today that I'll give it a shot and do the next car in my list. I had the tires for them, so I plopped them on, did a little tire truing in my new tire truing station over there. It's hooked up to my new power supply, so yeah, we're gonna give that one a whirl tonight and see if I can do any better. I bet I won't, but we'll see. What else? Oh, and then the 124s. I got 2 124s in my collection. I have a Group 5 and a GT3, so we'll cover both of those races tonight too. I think you guys wanted a close up of this VW Bug. That's the VW Bug that's been doing so well. I also have this one, which Joe got his hands on both of these for me. So thanks again, Joe. But this red, this red one is the wicked fast one. That's the one that's almost beating my track record right now. So super cool urethane tires, slot invasion guide, but that's it. It's just got really fat, wide tires and really low center of gravity, wide stance. It's just great. I like it. So yeah. You guys ready for some racing? Do we have any questions about SlotSync? I think almost everybody on here has gotten the hang of it. I hope everybody else from the other stream, I think everybody else switched over. Yeah, so we're good here. We're good here. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'll go do. We'll just do a couple of runs, and then I'll come back here and we can answer more questions. I'll show you kind of how it runs through. First thing we'll do is go to the tablet, and let's see. Yeah, we need to make sure we've got the right car assigned, which we do. The NASCAR. I'm just going to use the purple one first. We'll probably just use the purple one for both, actually. So we'll do the Napa know-how, Napa parts as the first submission, and it is coded. It is ready to go. We're going to run an 87 and 14. We'll start a race. My race has to do 14 laps. So that looks good there. We're going to confirm there, and then we're going to switch screens here so you guys can see that, which is good. Make sure that's all down. And I think we are ready to go. What is this SlotSync? Thanks, Big Oak. You're supposed to be in bed, sir. But yeah, we'll get it rolling and see what we come up with. This is gonna be a hot mess. Just heads up. Probably gonna take a few runs to actually get a clean 12 laps in, but we'll give it a shot. Maybe. There it goes. All right, 3, 2, 1. Go. See? I just don't know what to do with these. Make sure we got clean tires. Yeah. No, we're not even going to do that one. We're going to switch back to the purple. So, yeah, that was quick. It says 12, not 14. Yeah, it's supposed to be 12. Don't tell me I'm supposed to be doing 14. I did my own math wrong. All right. So, first attempt, as usual with this kind of thing, becomes a hot mess. So, let's try again. This one sticks a little bit better. I'm just bad at these NASCARs. Go. Yeah, we're getting this one in the rhythm a bit. I don't know why, but I'm like suddenly very stressed out because you guys are all watching me. I don't know why. I did this the other week too, and I didn't feel that way, but probably because I'm so bad at this car. I can feel the judgment coming through the screen. And I'm not paying attention to how many laps. So that's going to be fun. We'll just keep going. Don't take your eyes off the car. I think it said 2 laps. Yep, this is it. Not good. Not great, Bob. Let's see. Total time 107. Yeah, that ain't going to cut it, but at least it'll get me on the board. And then last lap 5627. So let's switch over to SlotSync. This, I don't know if you saw it. This changed. I updated this morning thanks to Mike's suggestions, but you pick your track, that's the same, but instead of just listing every single car that you have in your garage, it's now going to sort them by brands. I only have 2 brands in my garage, so it's only showing me 2. But if you have more, it'll show those, and then that'll hopefully give you a little bit better, way to sort it instead of looking through everything. And then it also right here, it shows you nice and easy magnets as well. So we're looking for the purple NASCAR, and that was a total time of 1 minute 7 seconds. 0107 642 642, and that was the last lap of 05 627 627 05 627. And then I don't know, it was like maybe a week or 2 ago, this got updated, so it's not telling you every single event that's going on that it doesn't qualify for. Thank God. So obviously it's not fast enough for the leaderboard because it was hot garbage, but it does qualify for that event, and we'll see how terribly bad we did in that. Oops, I'm in the wrong one. NASCAR. Well, not as bad as I thought. Not great. It'll give me a point. So then you can check on the standings. October, week 3, and then boom, there it is. It's showing up there. Cool. So I hate that car, so I'm not doing any more of that. No matter what any of you say. But yeah, let's switch here. Let's bring in the car around, and then we'll turn the power up, and we'll get some 124s on the track because those I do enjoy racing. Yeah, I brought this one with me on Sunday when I went to race with those other guys, and they were like blown away. They had never even seen a 124 in person. So yeah, they were all about it. Yeah, let's see what I missed. Go in the pits. I don't have the pit camera set up tonight. I'm not going in the pits. Yeah, that turn is it's tough. It's the hardest part. But yeah, let's do. We're gonna switch over the power supply to 18. We're set there. We'll switch to the tablet screen. We're gonna change to that big guy. Where is it? There she is. Come on now. Close. I think this week, just cause we're gonna drop it down a few notches and see if I can handle it. Yeah, let's see. No pit cam, I'm out. Well, I'm not running the endurance event, so I'm not going in the pits. So I didn't turn it on. In fact, I think I knocked it over the other day when I was working on something else. But uh, loves the big girls. Yeah. Alrighty, let's do this. Where'd my controller go? We'll switch to here. Race. Start race. Confirm. And off we go. 12 laps is my limit. I think I already said that. But yeah, here we go. No, we don't, because I forgot to code it from when I left. But that's all right, because we're doing rolling starts, so I can just go. Oh my God. What? a freaking hot mess. Let's just do this. Let's go and do what we probably should be doing this whole time and get some practice laps in. I don't know what I'm thinking. And I didn't clean the tires. I didn't do anything. That was a hot mess. A little frazzled tonight. Oh yeah, those tires are freaking filthy too. All right, let's see. That way we can play with the brake without the pressure of. I think I'm gonna turn that brake back up a bit. That way I can dive into those corners just a little bit more. Nope, not that much. All right, let's just do it. First lap is the hardest. It is true. It is true. Did I check the mags and stuff? Oh, like if they're upside down? I have not checked on either of mine. I didn't know that was a problem with this one too. Oh crap! Yep, they're upside down. You guys want to hang out with me while I flip those? Let's switch here. If I'm racing with mags, I might as well get the full mag, right? I don't know if you were actually talking to me about the mags, but I'm gonna check. It looks like, from what I can see from here, that at least the back one is not pointing the right direction. Pop that bad boy. Whoop. Oh, what a pain in the ass. What a pain in the butt. Yeah. I did not think this through. No, I'm not taking them out. Sorry, Joe. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Come on. What the hell? So yeah, what are you guys up to while now I'm doing this? I didn't realize that this is way more work than Jesus Christ. Than on 132. I mean, they're doing this completely wrong, or there are like 15 screws to take out. Not 15, that's an exaggeration, but outside of body screws, this is number 6. Dear Lord, I don't even know if I'm able to get this thing back together. Oh, and after all that, no, it was fine. It was the right way. Wait. Yeah, it was the right way. Well, thanks for going on that adventure with me, guys and gals. Okay. This goes like that. Which then, let's check the middle one too. Christ almighty, there's a bunch of moving parts inside these things. Yeah, I know it's taking forever. Thanks, Mike. You're the one who had to mention it. That one's fine too. Damn it. Taking forever and all for nothing. All for nothing. This freaking thing on there. This freaking thing on there. Oh, cripes. Holy shit. Well, this is embarrassing, guys. Sorry. Fucking me. Yeah. Just check for the extra shim in the middle. Yeah, it's on the top. Plastic shim is, I assume, what you're referring to, unless you're trying to just get me to take the whole damn thing apart again, which I wouldn't put it past you. Just to mess with me a little bit more. Oh, freaking thing in there. That's not supposed to go. My God. What a disaster. Sorry, everybody. What a freaking disaster. Holy crud. Like I forgot to screw something in. Missed something. I got more screws than I should right now. Yeah, it's these freaking ones. Holy Christ. There it is. That's the part I'm missing. Yeah, just about forgot how to put it back together. But we're getting close. Thank God I don't have a camera pointing down the way I'm doing this, because then you'd really see what an absolute shit show this is. Pardon my language. It's after hours, so I think we're probably safe. I'm probably safe. This goes there. This goes there. This I don't think I need anymore, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. This goes there. Come on. Now I got fat fingers going. Ho. Ho, ho, ho. Convert all your screws to Velcro, yeah. That's looking like a pretty brilliant idea right about now. Well, if it wasn't running like shit before, it certainly is going to now. Okay. What a colossal waste of your time and my energy. But it's always good when it goes back on and the little screw holes line up and you're like, all right, well, I must have done at least enough right that it'll go down the dang road. Whew. Well, I wasn't sweating before I was started this thing, but I sure as hell am now. All right. All right. It's back together. Let's try this. Shit show again. All right. We're still on free practice. Let's go. I'm sure I missed a lot out there. I have not trued the tires yet either. I don't have the new the pulley. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? I did not put it back together. That middle magnet's dragging, and I don't know why. And I'm not going to take it apart again. So we're going to run this guy. Wow. This is like got me flustered when I was talking to myself and you guys weren't responding. And I was like, yeah, I mean, usually somebody says hi or yes, we can hear you. And I couldn't hear anything. Yeah, no, Joe didn't touch it, but I definitely took Yeah, I bet I did. We're just gonna do this one though.
Red flag. 3.
So we'll get a few warm up laps in.
1. Go.
Try to make it not. Yeah, see, I just slide with these ones. All right, we're gonna stop right there. We're just gonna get straight to it. All right, here we go. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Slow as you know what, but it's gonna get the job done until I get the hang of these things. You can tell it's a 124 because on that gravel trap, almost every time I whack it. I mean, I don't know if I'm hitting the gravel or if I'm hitting the wall, but I think that tail is whacking my wall over there. Right there. Just whacking. Let's help to completely lose track of how many laps you're. Whoa. Yeah, as soon as I say that, I lose track of where my car is. Yeah, hot mess, but did I check the mags in the. you're trying to give me an aneurysm. I know you are. That was a hot mess of an entry, but it'll get the job done. It'll get me on the leaderboard 121.46 and 6.6. So let's switch over here. Let's do, and it doesn't matter which event you're on when you hit a new race result. Whatever car you select, it will put it in the right event. So we got the big Porsche 0121. What did I say? 0121.476. Now I got the burps. I got a hot mess. I'm just falling apart here, guys. 06650. 06650. I don't even know if anybody else has run on here yet. Yay, it qualifies. Let's do 124 magnets. Open this up. Modern GT. Oh, it just feels so much slower. I mean, it is slower, but it just feels so much slower than the 132s that I feel like it's a bad time. But I just haven't spent much time racing these, so it wasn't terrible. Probably not going to win that slot, but it wasn't terrible. No, 124s run the same. Run the same because it's not really even the distance of your race is not actually scale. It's a real life distance that we're trying to match everybody to, a real world distance. So no, we don't change it. That'd be too much possibility for error. So thanks for stopping by, Easy. That's about where they're gonna be. Yeah. Let's see. I know Mike probably came to see one car in action. So you know what? I'm gonna pump it back down to 14.8 volts. And can you guys guess what car he came to see? Can you guys guess what car? I bet you guys know. The one he's been chasing since the beginning. It's the only one that I have any chance of winning a category in. Anybody know? He says he's not watching the Kaffer. Well, I'm putting her on there. I'm putting her on there. Let's just see if we can get. Let's see what we can do. Confirm. We're going to switch this one over here. Get some tape. Oh, Joe, I made a little janky version of what your new wood track buddies use. Mailing labels stuck upside down and then just slapped on top when you get new ones. So I don't know if Joe's still in here or not, but yeah, the Capri. I haven't run that one in a while. Maybe I should run that one. Ooh, those tires are jacked though. Yeah, the track's the same except for the Evolution track, and the digital track is the same except for the lane changes. So yeah. But let's see what we can do here. Probably not going to beat the time I did yesterday, I guess it was. Maybe earlier today.
Go!
Really got to concentrate on this one, though. Cool. Felt that one. Felt that one. Felt that one. Oh, I thought that was a good one too, but I guess not. Oh, that was not a good one. It's all about the dive into that curly cue. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong. If you get it right, you get it very right, and you can feel it. But yeah, that's the Kaffer. That's the Beetle. Where are we? Yeah, I like getting yourself a gift when it's your wife's birthday. That's a new one. I don't think I've tried that, or at least I haven't admitted it out loud if I did it. How many slot sinkers change lanes mid lap? I do not change at all. At all. It's my favorite lap lane. When my brother comes over and races, he races in the other lane. I think he likes it better. You don't have to change lanes. You can. You can pick whatever lane you want. But yeah, I find it too distracting to keep on track of that, like switching and then switching back. And my layout's not super set up to take advantage of inside or outside lanes either, so I don't mess with it. But let's just do this. Let's just do this one since I crashed that. I haven't run this car in a long time. Actually, since I got the new, I bought a car from another one of these from Warren and stole the front wheels off of it because I really jacked up the old ones. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. I think that one's in here somewheres. There she is. Maybe. There we go. What am I running? Oh, I was running that one at 100 and 0. That's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it pays off. Oh, and it's a ghost car. Cool. That's how long it's been since I've driven this thing. And go real slow until I hit that start finish. Whoops.
Only 2 laps left.
I did assign it, didn't I? That's not good. Did it change? Yeah. Did it do this? There she goes. There she goes. All right, let's do some practice laps with that one. New free practice. Confirm. Start it up. Start it up, maybe.
3, 2.
What else we got going on over here, guys? Yeah, there's some people talking about switching lanes, Filthy. And I considered it. I think maybe on my brother's track. This one's got a weird whine to it. And I kind of remember that. Yeah. It's been a while since this one's been driven. On the track I raced at, it's Dan Curry. He's on YouTube. He's in the Discord here and there as well. On his track, he's got really long straightaways and a couple of banked curves. And on that one, you would definitely get an advantage from changing lanes. So I totally get that. And I also completely understand how it's tempting to at least try. I've tried, and the concentration that it takes, because my lap is the straights are so short, the concentration it takes to make sure that I'm changing lanes in the right time, it's not worth it to me. Yeah, still not as fast as that capper. Yeah, it's all because I jacked up those front axles. But yeah, such is life. Let's see where I'm standing in some of the other categories. Maybe we'll do a rerun of a couple of the other ones. Is it illegal to run an endurance race with more than one person on the track? No. You can run too. You're going to be sharing the electricity, so I can't guarantee that that's a good idea. But some guys were talking about running with a ghost car. I totally get it that it could help with the focus. 20 minutes is a long time to race on a track by yourself without trying not to blink or do anything. I'm on the wrong screen again. But yeah, it was. There's no rule against it at all. You do have to. You don't stop the clock when you deslot, so you're just losing that time. But there's also nothing in the rules that say like somebody in the basement with you can't reslot you for you. There's nothing in the rules against that. There's nothing in the rules against somebody keeping an eye on the fuel for you so you can watch the car. The only real rule is that you can't stop the clock when you deslot. But yeah, and I even thought about doing it for just for company, but also like to help set the pace. But yeah, 9th for GT Mag. Let's see, is that 132? 132 GT. Oh yeah, that's because you ran that BMW Z4. What is going on with this right now? Taking up too much resources. Well, you're just gonna see me blurry for a minute. Yeah, it. Looks like Bryce submitted early, so let's do this. Or Bryce got a new updated time. So that's the other thing on here. It's showing you this column here, a little stopwatch like this means it was done in the last 24 hours. Nice work, Vince. We got some serious competition going on the GT now. maybe I'll run that one again. I don't think I can get any better, but worth a shot. And then the green arrow means that because you can submit these cars over and over again during that time frame. So like right now, you have 3 days, 2 hours, 35 minutes, 56 seconds. You can keep submitting over and over until that time is up. It will take your best time and put it on this little board. And so clearly Bryce did it once, and then he did it again in the last 24 hours and improved his time. So that's what that green arrow is. Yeah. Let's see. We've got Todd. Todd's got one on the leaderboard. Good work. Or on the championship. The other cool thing we added, and this was a suggestion by I think Shalafish. I don't know if he's still watching. But on here, on the main leaderboard, right off the bat, it's a little bit easier to see now because the magnets was always buried. I'm pointing at my screen as if you can see it. Was always buried within when you hovered over modified. It would show you, what makes this car modified. But I just added a little icon over here so you can just see really easily at a glance what's magnet and what's not magnet. You obviously can also filter anything at the top, but that was a request that I thought was a pretty good idea. So, and it was relatively easy to implement. So that always helps. That always helps get it in there. Yeah, let's do modern GT because I thought I was gonna get a couple points there, but I only got one. So, and that's what? That's less than 2/10. Less than a tenth? No, a little more than a tenth of a second. Over 12 laps. Let's see what we can do there. What was I running? Oh yeah, the Corvette. Good old Corvette is back in action. Yeah, I guess Bryce didn't. Nobody saw your sweet time there, Mike. I noticed it, but I don't think anybody else did. But yeah, and I think one of these, see that one's MBs that he's tuning up for Maurice. So keep an eye out for that one. And then he's got a couple of them there, but all three of the top spots in Formula One Ferraris. But yeah, let's see what we can do with the Corvette. Let's switch here, maybe. I don't know if you guys really care about seeing this part, but I figure it's better than looking at nothing. Where's that Corvette? There it is. Close. Yeah, run this one fast. Run this one on full power. Full power. Yeah, what are we on? We're on free practice. Let's bring that one around. Make sure it gets the right settings. I can never tell why. Sometimes it does it when you cross the finish line. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's do a few laps in this one. She's not in the mood to play nice tonight. 5-3 isn't going to do it. No, 5-3 is definitely not going to do it. And of course, I forgot you guys were watching the smart race while I was doing that. Oops. I should put like a trigger that when that countdown starts, it just automatically switches for me to that camera. So I don't forget. She might just need a little warm up. We'll just give her a few laps. That ain't no 58-second car for sure. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Not when I do that. Not when I'm looking at the screen and not driving her. After I treated the bobcats and sauced them up, it was sticky. Let's do a little of this. Here's my secret sauce. Simple green. I don't know if it does anything, but it makes me feel better. It's a little on those urethanes. And then my other trick is this stuff. I call it rail zip. It's actually, what did I do with that thing? I've had this forever. In fact, I think my grandpa gave it to me. It's track and rail cleaner for model trains and slot cars. But what I do is I have this little dropper. And I just do a drop on the braids. No idea if this is good or bad or what. But it makes me feel better. Makes me feel faster. It's kind of like driving a red car. It's got to be faster. Kentucky Spit. See, she's faster. There, now we're getting there. Told you it works. Still not fast enough to beat Bryce. I gotta be sub 5, I think, the whole time. And I don't think she's gonna get that tonight. Especially when I go off on the dirtiest part of the track. Do a little wipey. Do a little simple green. Little. Is it oily? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not listening. I'm saying it's faster than 58 seconds. Oh, I don't think so. It was, but she's just not been behaving. I think that it's had so many miles on these tires, and I trued them so to get the ride height so low that I can start to feel the ridges of the wheel through the tire. And like in the right light, you can even see them. You guys won't be able to see them, but I can see the dimples. So might be time for a fresh set and a restart on those. This one's traveled around the country. It went to just send it to my son. Yeah, I know what you do with your stock car junkyard. Put them to work against me. Yeah, let's just see what we can do. Let's just try it. All right. We're going to do the 12-lap race. And let's see if we can keep it on the track for 12 laps.
3, 2, 1, go!
Nope. I'm going to be real close on that pace. I'm going to be real close. But it always goes off in that spot. pretty good at the downhill, but I try to hammer on the throttle too early on that thing, and if it goes under that hill, it's dirty over there. It is just dirty, and not like good dirty, like dirty, dusty. He's just trying to help me out. Yeah, I appreciate it. You had this car for a while. I sent it to you. I kind of forgot how much I like it. It's wicked fast. I was doing my Audi, my R5, which I was not a fan of for a long time. But I was doing that the last couple weeks because it's steady Eddie. Like, it is not going to win any races, but it sticks like glue, and I can just get it done. So, but this week I figured I'd give old Corvette another shot. That's not what I wanted to do. Start race, confirm. Let's try this again.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I got this. Let's see if it works. Oh, just in time to catch it. Just in time. Oh, the front tires are all chewed up too. It's probably from sliding across that little spot over and over again. Whoop. That's kind of fun. Where are you guys at? Just tried to add my Ferrari F1. Can you add Ferrari F1? It's in there, brother. Yeah, the manufacturers are Formula One. That way they stick together. Because yeah, there's a lot of debate, but that's the easiest way to keep it on the leaderboard and everything together. And once you have a bunch of cars in, it'll be much easier to find all your Formula Ones in one category, one brand. You just gotta trust the system. But Formula One is your auto brand that you should be picking. Not the first one who's had that problem, and I'm sure you won't be the last. All right, we're going to give this one more good college try, and we'll see what we can do.
Go!
Almost lost it on that downhill that time. Doesn't feel like it's going to do it. Doesn't feel like it's going to do it. Yeah, that's definitely not going to do it. But we'll plug it in just to see. But I'm betting it's going to be like 59. I'm betting it's going to be 59. So that's a 101 total driving time and 5.183. I meant to do this, sorry. 5.183 for the last lap. Total driving time 101.164. So let's switch over here. And you can add this race result from any screen that says that. It'll go to the event if it qualifies for the event. The 77 Corvette, number 77 Corvette. 0101 164. And the last lap was 5183. 05183. Submit race result. Second entry, yeah, it's not faster. Bummer, dude. And I think this might actually be the first time I will use this, but if we go in the garage, we should be able to find that Carrera 132 Modern GT 77. If I go to this, it should tell me, yeah, 59135. I was about a second off on that one. Fastest ever was the one I did. Put some tape over the sensor so it doesn't change lanes and run it in the opposite lane you were running. Oh, put. I thought you said Pete. Well, you're obviously talking about something else. But if you open up your garage and open up that car, it'll show the fastest submission it's ever had, and then it'll also show the most recent submission. So you can see, if it doesn't make the leaderboard or doesn't qualify for the event, you can kind of see how close you were. Yeah. What else, guys? Any other questions? Looks like I'm missing a bunch of questions, but Mike's Johnny on the spot there answering it. Todd says it's dang annoying to blow it on lap 11 of 13. Yeah, that it happens. It happens a lot. But the beauty is you just reset and go again. My luck, I'd take me out at the end of the great run. Yeah, and that's what Mike's talking about with the ghost car. Put it in the lane that you don't race in. Yeah, Todd says he does not have a NASCAR at this time. Yeah, I mean, I guess I had, when we first started building this thing, I didn't have like any Group 5s, I don't think even. And then now that's one of my favorite classes. And yeah, the whole reason I bought the second 124 is because of this thing. So yeah, I mean, it won't be expensive to do membership dues to join us, but it might be expensive because of all the extra cars you will wind up buying. But I got I got nothing to do with that. I can't help you there. Yeah, and if you're not deslotting, you're not pushing it totally. Yeah, I like that idea with the ghost car on the other lane. Because truth be told, even two cars going, you're not getting anywhere close to using all the available current or amperage or however electrical engineering science works. But yeah, that is a good idea to help. Also, just to help pace you. To help. And you could even use that the trick that Bryce, help me out. What's the guy's name? I think he's French. He did those videos and he put the tape over the one rail close to a turn so that the ghost car slows down so you can make it go faster. So you could have a pretty quick ghost car by just putting electrical tape on those, and then that might help you pace for 20 minutes. Because that's my biggest problem is about halfway through I like forget what I'm doing, and I'm in such a rhythm I forget what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh crud, I'm out of fuel, or I'm real close to out of fuel, or whatever. What happened there? There we go. But yeah, crashes are inevitable, part of the fun. I'm thinking about it. 2-hour drive each way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can blame me all you want. I don't care. But I'm not going to take the blame. Yeah, I would love to pronounce that. But not going to attempt. Bryce linked him. He did a feature on him in one of his videos recently, and then I saw he's been commenting on a lot of your videos, so that's pretty cool. But he had some good ideas. Put electrical tape on the corner right before a turn so that the ghost car gets power cut to it because it doesn't connect both rails, and then it automatically breaks itself. So it's like a super rudimentary, simple, like dead simple way to slow down a ghost car. It'll slow down all the rest of the cars too, but for what you're talking about, what Mike's suggesting, if they're all in the same lane anyway and you're not racing in that lane, then yeah, go for it. Stops Joe's thing running out of fuel. um, yeah, 20 minutes is a long time. It is, and it never, it's one of those things where it's like it feels short when you only have 20 minutes to do something and all this, but then like when you're just sitting there and you're going around your track over and over. I mean, I think I'm pushing like close to 200 laps, if not even more, but still, that is so many to be racing, period. But to be racing that by yourself, especially like you're the only one in the room, you're the only one on the track, it is so easy to get like lulled into submission. I did wind up using the Connect app and did the pit radio, so at least it would tell me the fuel, so I could kind of like snap out of it when it told me that I was running low on fuel. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, luckily on mine, the lane that I like to race in is the lane that's how you enter the pit. So there's no lane changes I have to do in endurance except for going into the pit. And I theoretically could put the ghost car on the other lane. But yeah, 20 minutes is not a long time. It's a long time. 20 minutes is a long time. It's a long time when you're the only one on the track. It's like a whole different ball game. Like a 20-minute race when you got, 4, 5, 6, whatever other racers. Like there's other things that you're focusing on and passing people and doing all that stuff. But when it's just you going around there, it like almost lulls me to sleep. And then I snap out of it when it tells me I'm out of fuel. The race trucks times is there. Did somebody actually do one, or this is another Disney situation? Oh, you no, you did it. You're the first one on there. Good work, Todd. I don't see. Yeah, I only see one on there, brother. I don't know if I'm missing something. Nobody's racing Disney cars. I might put my Mario cars on the track just to get a time. The minimum D slots, 0. I've done one without a single D slot. I did not get anywhere near first place. Um, but but yeah, I don't know what difference you're talking about, Todd. Maybe on the championship. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't know which one you're talking about. Hyper slot cars from Australia is here. Good time of day for you. On Anders and I times on the trucks. Why can I not see on the leaderboard? I assume you're talking about. Here, I'm going to switch so you can correct me if I'm wrong. But on here, right? We're on the leaderboard. If I do race truck, you're the only one on there, brother. So you don't have to get them tomorrow. You've got it. You've got first place on race trucks, brother. You're good there. What you got on that thing? Magnets, digital, upgraded guide, rubber tires. You got replacement rubber tires on that, or are they stock? Well, there's no filthy. There's no championship for the race trucks, so we tried to keep the categories, the racing classes on the championships as broad as we could, depending on how many are available. So, like the four for Carrera 132 is because there's a bunch to pick from in those four categories. NASCAR not as much, but they're relatively new and pretty popular. Um, the Ferrari or the um, the Formula Ones are pretty popular too, so we added that in. And then Group Five, there's a ton of options. And obviously GT, modern GT, there's a ton of options. If you're looking at any of these championships, um, so like Greg was asking me earlier about Scale Auto, so let's just look at Scale Auto 124. Right now, this part's messed up, so sorry, Greg. I don't know if you caught that when I was telling that earlier. But this week there are no. See, it's showing. Yeah, the first one is in December. If you go over the calendar on any of these events, it'll show you exactly what's coming up. So like if we go to the one that has the most, if we look at Carrera 132 magnets, each week we have the four weekly regular events. So NASCAR, Formula One, Group 5, and Modern GT. And then throughout each week, so like October has 4 weeks. They start on Sundays, so it's a little bit different than what you might normally think of as a week, and weeks overlap months too. Anyway, the calendar is where you should go to see it. But it rotates through those four categories throughout the month for the endurance. So like week 1, it was Formula One. Week 2, it was Group 5. This week, it's Modern GT, and then next week, it's NASCAR. And then when we go start over in November, you still have those four events every single week, but then it starts over with Formula One, then Group 5 for endurance, then Modern GT for endurance, and then NASCAR for endurance. So it just rotates through those. If you look at Carrera 124, there's only two categories in that one because there's fewer cars available. And so you'll see Modern GT and Group 5. Every single week you get Modern GT and Group 5. Since there's 4 weeks, it rotates through each of those once for the endurance. So you go Group 5, then the next week Modern GT, then the week after Group 5, then the next week Modern GT. Same thing in November. But yeah, so Scale Auto and I think MR Slot Car are starting in December, and then I think it's NSR and Slot It maybe. Yeah, NSR and Slot It start in November, so next month. You're in a week and a half, and let me make sure Slot It too. Yeah, Slot It starts in November as well. So we're slowly trickling them in, making sure we fix all the things. Like, for example, this one probably is showing. Yeah, that's correct. But on here, Yeah, it's showing the Carrera 132. So this is why I didn't add in every single brand all at once when we were testing this. Yeah, because things like this happen and it gets a little wonky. So then we got to fix it. But yeah, we got a chat going. We got a good group going. Thanks everybody for coming, by the way. Stock. Not a big deal since you upgraded the guide that automatically puts you in modified, but there is an option for stock tires, so you don't need to pick rubber, urethane, or silicone. When you pick those, that is actually indicating that you've replaced those tires. It's not the end of the world, and it's not going to change. I mean, you can switch it back. That'll just make more sense for everybody, but not the end of the world. So I'm probably way back. Oh, filthy saying, "Damn it, Pete! What did I do?" That was a while ago. So I probably showed something that maybe I beat him on. No, sorry. Sorry, GRO participants do not get a 100-point bonus. Group 5 for next year. Run Carrera as well. Nice. You can join SlotSync if you want, if you're running Carrera Track. Carrera Track and Smart Race are the only requirements. Could be digital or analog. No big deal. We can handle it. Let's put a Shark 32 motor in it and playing with tires at the moment. I'm running MSR F1 wheels on my Mosler. That sounds like a Frankenstein car, but I like it. I raced this weekend with a group of guys. I'd met the guy's house it was one time, hadn't met the other guys, and they brought some wild cars in for that day of events, like motors and upgraded motors and super glued on magnets and all kinds of crazy stuff. There were some that were, yeah, there was one that it had so much magnetic downforce that when you picked up the car, it lifted up the track off the table, and that thing just glued, um, and just hammered around the track. Um, it was fun when I showed up with my three essentially stock cars, upgraded tires and guide, but that was it. No motor, no nothing, and just trying to get anywhere close to catching up to them. A couple of them nowhere near I could get, but a couple of them I could. Because even if it's super fast, you still got to slow down and drive those corners right. Um, but yeah, let's see. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes already. I don't think, well, other than the disaster with the Capri. Yeah, see, it's sticking out. I put something in the wrong order because I was in a rush. Um, so I'll just work on that tonight and try to submit it tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming. I really do. This is a much better turnout than I was expecting, except for especially with a last minute, well, failure on the first stream, and then I kind of feel like like Pete from across the pond. He's pretty famous for having two streams going at once, or one starting and then having to restart and that sort of thing. At least on his member show that he does on Wednesdays. Um, so I feel like I'm in good company. Yeah, I mean, you got to screw some things up if you're going live. That's why they say it's live TV. It's not TV, um, but yeah. I don't know if you guys don't have any other questions, don't have anything else going on. I'm probably going to call it a night. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here. I got to get up and do some work tomorrow morning. Got to get the kiddo up and ready and going to school. But yeah, appreciate everybody hanging in there. letting me know that the first one wasn't working. But yeah, I appreciate it. That's all I got. 2 streams. So yeah. Well, they call him filthy for a reason. All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk soon.